Hello, welcome to another Retro Chords Gaming Pickups, and today we are out and about and we're on our way to Hardoff. See what we can find there, and then we'll get back home and take a look at what we bought and the stuff that you guys have been buying as well. Unfortunately, I don't have the Pocket Pro with me today because it looks a bit suspicious walking around the shop holding the Pocket Pro, so we're going to be on the phone, but I'll put on the digital stabilization so hopefully things won't look so bad. Alright, let's get into the shop. Alright, so first of all, let's take a look in the glass cabinet. At the very bottom you could see a PlayStation VR unit. Got a couple of PlayStation 4s, Super Nintendo multi-tap at the back. We've got a couple of DS's, PlayStation 2s in there, a couple of Switch controllers and a Switch as well as various other controllers and a couple of anime DVDs and PlayStation games on the top shelf. In the junk section we've got some PlayStation 1 consoles, that Wii U that's been there forever, and yeah, those Beatmania things have been there forever as well. It looks like they've tidied up the Super Famicom junk bin, and yeah, seems to put all the games into order. In fact, take a look in this next bin here. They seem to have a lot of Dragon Ball games. So at the front we got Super Mario World, and behind that a lot of Dragon Ball's head. Oh, and what's that? Donkey Kong 3. Might be of interest to some people. Got a Famicom junk bin here. As you can see, multiple copies of the same game and more Famicom games there as well. I do like the way the Famicom cartridges are all different colors. Quite a few Nintendo 64 games in the junk bin. Now, in my opinion, all Nintendo 64 games are junk. No, I shouldn't say that. The actual hardware is junk due to the way it processes things, but you know, it's got its fans. I'm not one of them, but yeah, look, we got Mario Kart 64 there, and we've got the classic Mario World with their vibration pack features included. Oh, and a Pokemon game, Silver and Gold and Silver, for you Pokemon fans. Even more Nintendo 64 games in the junk bin. Assortments of cables there, nothing too special. Okay, let's take a look at the wall of junk CD-ROM games. So this is all the PlayStation 3 stuff here. Quite a lot of it. Won't be buying any of that since I don't have a PlayStation 3. And next to it we've got some PlayStation 2. Seems to put some new titles in here. And we've got some more PlayStation 2 and the original PlayStation as well. And over to the far right, once that guy gets past, we've got some Sega Saturn, some PC Engine CD, and some Wii, Dreamcast, and some Xbox 360 stuff. So looking at the PlayStation junk games, found this Rockman X5, 500 yen. Not a bad price, but I won't be buying that. And saw this PlayStation 2 game as well. Not seen this before, but looks quite interesting, so I might be picking that one up. The Banpresto logo on it doesn't fill me with confidence, mind you. And this one here, Rebus, I've not seen this before, but taking a look at the back of the game, it looks like some sort of strategy RPG, so yeah, I'll pass on that. And could this be a train simulator game? No, it's one of those party board games. Notice this in the PlayStation 2 section. Looks like a 3D beat 'em up called Beatdown, but isn't this just that crappy Final Fight Street or Street Final Fight or whatever it was? That was the Western name for it, and if it is, I'm not going to buy that. Avoid at all costs. I think it might be actually. Let's see, over here in the PlayStation junk section we've got Biohazard Gun Survivor as that. Yes it is, and yeah, I might pick that up, 200 yen, not a bad price. Let's see what else we got in here. That's an interesting one. Nothing I like better than rummaging around inside these bins of loose Game Boy cartridges and DS cartridges. You probably couldn't do this in the West. You know, you get all the idiots filling up the pockets full of games, you know, thieving bastards that they are. But I'll tell you what, picking up a lot of DS games in your hand and just letting them fall out like water, yeah, it's quite an experience. Now, I did film a lot of the Mega Drive and box Super Nintendo games and stuff, but as usual, the phone went out of focus. I think it's the magnet on my case that kind of pulls the lens out of focus. Because every time I close the lens, it kind of goes out of focus. And we got a big gaming PC there, 160,000 yen, very overpriced in my opinion. Got some of the more valuable games here. This is not the junk section, by the way. This is just the random games without a box section. So all these games have a bit more value than the junk section. And here's something we don't normally see. Some loose WonderSwan games. Now that's pretty nice. A full-size Popper Music controller. I think that's for the original PlayStation. Or is it PlayStation 2? Either way, I was very tempted to pick that up. Just walking past all the DS stuff here, and we got Switch stuff there as well. A lot of Switch stuff actually. And like I was saying before, the camera went out of focus, so you've missed out on all the Xbox stuff and the Sega Saturn and Dreamcast stuff. They had a load of shooters on the 360 available, and quite a lot on the Sega Saturn as well. That looks kind of interesting. No idea what it is though. More PlayStation 3 stuff. Like I said, this is not the junk section. This is just the general used game section, but all this stuff is in immaculate condition. Okay, so we're coming to the end of looking through the store. A lot of the footage is missing, unfortunately, but still, at least you got to see some of the stuff in the store. A Gradius collection there, nice. Okay, let's head back to the house. So we're back from hard off, and let's start off taking a look at the games which I bought in hard off. I will start off with this PlayStation 2 title. Oh yes, this is Magna Carta. And yeah, it turns out that this is a pretty decent looking game, and it did get released in the West. I never knew that. It is an action RPG, and even though this was in the junk section, as you can see, the disc is in very nice condition. No scratches on there and nice and clean. The manual is actually quite thick as well. I'm surprised at how thick this manual is. It's a little bit scuffed there, but it does contain an awful lot of pages. 46 pages in total. That is a lot of pages for the game manual, and it seems to go into quite a bit of depth, so I'm hoping this is not going to be too complicated to play in Japanese. Otherwise I could be getting stuck. But yeah, it certainly goes into a lot of detail there. I do like the character art as well, some nice character art in this game. So it's nice to see those in the manual. These days they probably put stuff like that as a separate option, as an art book in some sort of special edition. But no, not back in the day. Things like that came as part of the manual. So yeah, Magna Carta, I've not played it yet, but I am looking forward to checking it out. Okay, also from hard off we got this. Now this is a very unique packaging. It might look like I've got the manual in backwards, but I haven't. This is how it goes. The front of the box is actually the back of the box. It's Jamalami. Alright. And if you don't know, this is the follow-up to Prappa the Rapper. And this is a very unique case because you'll see here, it's got a cutout. And this picture here is actually the disc. So if we take it out of the plastic folder, as you can see, it's in lovely condition. And if we open it up, there's the actual disc there. And you can see the cutout. And it has a nice full color print on the disc. Also, it came with a couple of stickers. These have not been used. So yeah, a couple of face stickers there, quite interesting. A little leaflet. Oh, and another leaflet inside that leaflet. Some advertisements of games there. There's Spyro. And oh, look at that. Some Jamalami goods there. Interesting. Get a guitar as well. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's quite cool. And we got the instruction manual as well. So yeah, again, considering this was in the junk section, it's in really nice condition. So it just goes to show you that when something is in the junk section in Japan, it doesn't actually mean it's junk. It just means it hasn't been tested. Alright, sticking with PlayStation, I also picked up this. This game did get a Western release, but I don't know the Western name. Japanese, as you can see there, is a Somato. And this is an action horror game by Tecmo. You can see the back of it, going into all the film stuff there. Interesting. And yeah, again, this one is a fairly decent condition. As you can see, the disc is a little bit scuffed. I mean, it's not too bad, but there are some light scratches on there, but it is clean. And the manual itself is fairly clean. It did have a little bit of mold here, which I managed to get off with some 100% isopropyl alcohol. But yeah, apart from that, it's in lovely condition. The manual's not chewed up. It's nice and clean. And yeah, looking forward to playing this one. In fact, I'm sure I played this in the past. Or do I actually own a copy of this? I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm sure I've played this in the past. The video up there looks very familiar to me. Alright, and we got one more item in hard off. Yes, I did pick this up, and yeah, I decided to buy it. This is Biohazard Gun Survivor. Again, another game that came out in the West. And yep, this was from the junk section, but as sure you can agree that this is not in bad condition at all. Again, the disc is not perfect. It's got a few little scratches on there, but overall it's in very nice condition. And the manual is pristine. Lovely clear manual there. No turned up corners, no graffiti, no bits of mold, which is a problem in Japan because it's a very humid country. Yep, everything is lovely and clean. Lovely stuff. Alright, so that is what I picked up from Hard Off. Not too bad. Total spends 900 yen. Yeah. You can't even get a meal for lunch for that price in a restaurant. Okay, let's take a look at some... let's go for the modern stuff next. Let's take a look at some of the modern stuff which I bought recently. And we'll start off with, if I can find it, this one here. Alright. This is a D-Lit in Wonder Labyrinth, Record of Lodoss War. Now, I actually do have this on the Xbox Series X as well as digital download as part of Game Pass. And the Xbox version is terrible because it's got really bad screen tearing, and I don't know why. It runs at 4K, but you know, it shouldn't have screen tearing because this is not a complicated game. But I also went and ordered the physical copy on the PlayStation 4 since the physical copy is not getting an Xbox release in Japan. The disc is actually in the PlayStation at the moment, and you don't get a manual. But it did come with some extras. So we got this. This is the original soundtrack. As you can see, it's still sealed. But it does have 22 music tracks on there. So I'm looking forward to checking that out at some point in the near future. It also came with this thing. Not sure what this is. Some sort of pouch or something. I really don't know what you're meant to do with that. It's definitely a pouch for something. And it came with this lovely art book. Now I'll open this up so you can have a little bit of a look inside here, because this is quite special. It opens this way. Now I didn't know the game was going to come with any of these items. This is not a special edition pack or anything like that. It's just a standard release. It came from Amazon. And yeah, it came with all these lovely little things. So yeah, as you can see, it's very nicely made, this book. It's printed on nice thick paper. Not too many pages, only 32 pages, but still, what is here is very nicely done. Some contribution there. I guess this was on some sort of fund me or something. It's got Nintendo Switch written there. But yeah, we got the sketches of the enemies. We got some actual graphical pixel art there. We got maps of different areas and so on. And of course we got some beautiful artwork from the original illustrators of Record of Lodoss War. So yeah, it's really nice booklet, and yeah, a very nice addition to the game, which I didn't know was going to come. Go into a bit of history there about Record of Lodos War, and yeah, so that's that. So that was very nice. The game itself is a very, very good, I'm not going to say Metroidvania, I hate that word, but it's a very good maze action platformer. I'll just go to that. Okay, also bought was Until Dawn. And the only reason I bought this is because I saw a clip of it on some other channel I was watching, and I thought, wow, that looked pretty cool. Not played it yet, but I will be playing it very soon. Looks good. Interesting survival horror type action by the looks of it. And yeah, looking forward to getting that. And this is actually the US version, which was still bought from Amazon Japan. So yeah, they do have import PlayStation 4 games. Also on PlayStation 4 we have this. This is Aquario. And this is basically this was the last arcade game to be made by Westone, and it never got released. It did have some limited release as a test unit in the arcades, but it never actually did get finally released. It failed the testing. Now the arcade code was lost or damaged, but parts of it were found and it was rebuilt, and it is actually running via emulation on the PlayStation 4 and the other systems, but it was rebuilt and a custom emulator made for it so you can run on modern consoles, and it is a very nice action platform game, as you can see from the video up there. Thing is though, it's extremely short. I think it's got 5 levels, something like that. Does it say on the back? No, it doesn't. I'm not surprised, but it's a very, very short game, and yeah, I finished it already. I finished it in a matter of I think it was like 3 hours from putting on for the very first time. Got lots of extras too, which seem to have opened up before they were meant to be opened up. Apparently to get the arcade mode to open up, you finish the game on any difficulty level. For me, it was open from the very beginning. Don't know why, but it was. But yeah, if you like your classic arcade platformers, give this one a try. I believe it's also getting a Western release by one of those limited run type places, so check that out. And finally, of the new games, we got Forza Horizon 5. As you can see up there, this is an absolute beautiful racing game, and it's the best racing game so far. We've got a bit of a sticker there on the box. Get that off. Yeah. Oh, it's actually on the plastic cover. Alright, so yeah, I've been playing this a lot. I've put many hours into this. I think I'm near the very end of the main campaign now. But yeah, this is one awesome title, and I do believe the disc might be in the machine. Oh no, it's actually in here. Yeah, unfortunately we don't get any instruction manual with that. But yeah, Forza Horizon, one of the best racing games of recent times. Alright, let's get on to the older titles, and they are all going to be PC Engine releases. First off, we got Metamore? Yeah, that's right, Metamore Jupiter. And this is a 2D fighting game, a 2D shoot 'em up, horizontal scrolling shoot 'em up. It's a bit of an obscure title and quite an expensive one at that. This is one of those games that features some nice graphical effects for the PC Engine, including rotating line scrolling backgrounds, nice big enemies, and yeah, and a unique twist to the power-up system as well. But overall, it's nothing that special. Yeah, they make a big deal about the music being produced by Cy S, who nobody knows anymore in Japan. He's been and gone. But apparently back in the time when this was out, he was all the rage. But yeah, the music's okay. Nothing to write home about. So yeah, Metamore Jupiter, interesting shoot 'em up, and quite an expensive one at that. Next we have Puyo Puyo CD. Yes, this is probably not the best version of Puyo Puyo, but yeah, it's still a decent one. It's got pretty good graphics, decent sound, and yeah, it's just Puyo Puyo, isn't it? With it being on CD, we do get some voice acting and stuff, which is good. Also got a little game music advertisement thing there. Ooh, released on April 21st, a long time ago. But yeah, the manual's quite nice, as to be expected from Compile. Some nice graphical illustrations, and basically instructions on how to play the game. Not that you really need them, but yeah, that's Puyo Puyo for you. Next up is a very, very expensive game, and quite a rare one as well. This is Kimaidan 00. Now, I bought this thinking it was an original, and I didn't read the small print on the Yahoo auction. And this is not the original. It looks like an original, but it's actually one of those bloody reprints by what's the company called, PC Engine, or PC Engine Works, or something like that. From the case, you would never know. You'd think it was 100% original. From the disc, yeah, it looks like the original. Apart from here, yeah, PC Engine Works is on it, and here on the back of the manual. But besides those marks, it is identical to the original game, and yeah, I mean, hats off to the people that made this. It looks legit. The printing is amazing on it. You know, it's just like a first-party game, but I thought it was a first-party game, and I think I paid 8,000 yen for this. And I thought, oh no, then I paid 4,000 yen for this, and I thought, wow, I got an amazing deal. And when it came, I noticed the PC Engine Works logo on it, and I was like, what the hell? I've been ripped off. So I went back to the auction, checked out the small print at the bottom, and I thought, bollocks. That's my fault for not reading it properly. But anyway, yeah, this is a very nice shoot 'em up, and don't be put off by the Riot Telnet Japan logo and text there. This is not by Telnet Japan; they just distributed it. It's actually by Arc Systems, and they do make some good games. And yeah, this is a pretty decent and quite interesting anime style shoot 'em up. Another one I bought thinking that it was an original. Again, this is another PC Engine Works title. I've not opened this one because I've got this on the Sega Mega Drive, and Zeroing on the Sega Mega Drive is better than the PC Engine version. But you know, one day I'll get around to playing this. But yeah, Zeroing on the PC Engine. It's got a lot more cutscenes than the Mega Drive version has. It's got CD audio and so on. But gameplay wise, it is just as good to play, but unfortunately it does lose a lot of the parallax scrolling and stuff which is in the Mega Drive version, but still not too bad overall. I think I paid 4,000 yen for this. Again, this is normally a game that's around about the 10,000 yen mark, and with it being factory sealed and so on, I thought I got a bargain, but I bought a reprint, never mind. Okay, one game that isn't a reprint, this one is legit. This is a Cho Ainiki by NCS Messiah. And yep, as you can see, those creepy dudes are back. The Cho Ainiki games are pretty substandard shooters, to be honest. None of them are what you'd call exceptional shooters, and yeah, this one is no different. I mean, it is interesting, and oh, was that all we get for the manual? Oh, well, that's cheap, isn't it? Huh. It is interesting, and it's a competent shooter, but it's nothing to write home about. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? I think that's why they put these muscle-bound, camp-looking guys in it to, I don't know, make it appeal to some people more than others. I don't know, but looks like they got some toilet symbols on the disc as well. Look at that! That is just nuts. Male or female toilets. All right. Okay, this one came from Yahoo Auctions for 50 yen with free shipping. Now 50 yen for free shipping, you cannot go wrong. This is Road Spirits. This is a pretty old, one of the early PC Engine games. It's by Packin Video, or released by Packin Video, so instantly that name means it's crap. And yeah, I mean, it's not great. It's a very, very average Outrun clone, and not a very good one at that. I mean, it moves okay, but it's just boring. It lacks variety. The stages are really long, and basically you got to get one from one end of the country to the other. I think it's the United States, and you know, I think takes a long time anyway, about an hour or so to complete the game, and the lack of variety in the tracks really doesn't help, and the music isn't much cop, and it plays okay, but you know, it's certainly no outrun, let's just say that. And yeah, the green manual says it all really, doesn't it? Very basic and yeah, a very uninspiring racing game. I'm sure the video up there proves my point. But still, 50 yen, not bad, another one for the collection, and it is in very nice condition. In fact, these things are very common in Japan. I think they must have made thousands and thousands and thousands of them and just couldn't sell them. You can pick up a copy of this very cheap pretty much any time of the year. So if you're doing some Yahoo shopping, check out Road Spirits, if you can get it cheap, that is. And finally, this came as part of a collection of games. This is R-Type Complete. Now, the collection of games that came with were all junk, and I basically sold them all on. But I only bought the collection just for this. The collection was for 8 PC Engine CD-ROM titles, and it would cost me 3,000 yen for all 8. But this alone normally costs more than 3,000 yen. Unfortunately, it's not in the best of conditions. I mean, the disc is in really nice condition. As you can see, it is perfect, not a scratch on it. It's a very nice condition disc. But the manual is a little bit on the dirty side. You can see there it's got a little bit of mold on it. You can see little bits of patches here. Now, this has been cleaned up with the isopropyl alcohol, so they won't be coming back. That's basically dead, but you can't get it off the paper. And that's just one of the downsides of living in Japan. If people keep their stuff in a humid area, you're going to get this moldy crap on it. But yeah, I mean, it's still not too bad. I did manage to sell all the other games, but I think I got 4,000 yen actually for the games. I put a couple of other games in the pack and I sold them all off. So yeah, basically I got this for free, I guess, when you add things up. And yeah, for that price you certainly can't complain. Now, for those that don't know, the original R-Type on the PC Engine came on HuCard, and it was quite a big game for the time, so it came on 2 Hue cards. The game was basically split over two cards, and you had to buy them separately, which was a bit of a rip-off. But a little bit later on, they re-released it on CD. This is the complete game, and it also has a brand new introduction and a CD soundtrack. So overall, a pretty nice upgrade of the original cartridge version. Okay, and finally I want to talk about these. These are the Hyper Catalog titles for the PC Engine. So as you can see, I have 4 of them here, and oh yeah, we got Y's, or not Y's, sorry, E's 1 and 2 here, just the disc on its own. But yeah, I want to talk about these. These are basically demo discs, and they contain special pre-made demos for certain games only available on these discs, plus the complete catalog of PC Engine, HuCard and CD games, and the catalog gets updated you know, throughout the series of demo discs. I don't know how many there are in total. I think there are 6. I have the first 4 here, and I'm going to do a separate video on these in the future, so I'll talk more about them then. But yeah, got 4 of these. I'm going to try and get the rest, and once I do, we'll do a special video on them. And there you can see all my gamer pickups from the last month or so. But what about you guys? Well, you've submitted quite a few pictures, and we're going to take a look at them in a moment. But if you want your gamer pickups that you got over Christmas and so on to be featured on the next show, send them down to this email address here, and I'll feature them on the next gamer pickups video. But for now, let's take a look and see what you guys have been buying over the months of November and December.